कर तू रिहा बन जा फिजा देख तेरी यादों में दम घुटते यहाँ तू थी दवा अब है सजा देख लंबी रातों से मैंने कली रजा
different compositions here, so it's the Killjoy versus the Cypher. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that because Killjoy on this map, very similar to Haven, so much value can be found from those lockdown ultimates, so he's sticking with that, but it's also Enzo going over for the Sova, so solo smokes from Mystic, no Viper to speak of, so when it comes down to that map control, it's a lot more difficult to grab if you're Team Liquid.
Is this pretty similar to kind of what Team Secret used to do?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we get to see it again. Just in case you were unsure, it is one more time. Nothing changed, right?
I don't believe so.
We didn't get baited or anything.
Maybe we had the defending and attacker side swapped on the graphics, so maybe that was what was fixed. I'm not sure. Either way, here it is one more time.
Well, yeah, so like, think like theory crafting the comp differences, right? Like, I think the Killjoy gives you a little bit more map presence, especially on the defender side, than a Cypher in a way. You know, the Cypher quite good at locking down like one site, like Will was talking about this a lot yesterday, especially with the new buffs and stuff like that. But the Killjoy, you can spread yourself a little bit more. You can throw a nano, you know, on the opposite end of the map and try to cover an entrance or a site that way, things like that.
Alrighty, well, it is time to kick off the action here at AVL Day 2. Fancy United going up against Team Liquid. Coach subbed in. Let's see what damage this Vietnamese squad can do.
All right. Very, very excited to see what they can get done on this attacker's side and see exactly how they're going to approach kind of a little bit off meta comp from Team Liquid, like you were talking about, without the secondary smokes to kind of cover things. A lot of value going to have to come out of Enzo on that Sova. Get deep behind what Fancy United wants to do with their added layer of smoke protection of those walls and those other things. So off the rip, get the fault line being charged up. And they are very close to an alarm bot right around the corner from Nats. Turret's over in B.
Alarm bot now going to be going off, but there's the fault line, does catch him. Nats able to just continue playing back. Yappy, however, they're spamming through the open door and come away with 2 kills. Nats does fall, so C-site going to be broken open, but man advantage is here from the side of Team Liquid. Mild damage here on to Kawa as Vera's going to take a very far forward position. He'll be able to get one as a parting gift, but can't find much else other than that. 3 ghosts in hand. Kawa and Suga just the last players standing. They try to keep themselves in this round. Flash at the ready. Gets sent out. Not going to be able to spot too much. Does get a shot right there into the waist of Enzo. So down to 70, but still more work to be done. Shock Dart connecting, almost gets the headshot lineup, but can't quite find it. Kawa now trying to stand his ground, but Mystic will shut him down. The defuse will come through, and Team Liquid will take the first pistol.
Yeah, an interesting start here for Fancy, you know, just expecting some contact from the Killjoy. Fault line right in place to try to make sure that Nats can't really punish them too much. But it's an immediate door open push through B, expecting kind of the full 5-man stack, using that Cypher smoke against Fancy a little bit here as well. That door in the way, all you can do is kind of spam through there. They've got the angles pretty well lined down. And a few off-balance shots from Suka and Kawa there towards the end, just couldn't quite connect. They had opportunities, they had a little bit of time, just couldn't find the mark.
Fault line in, Keiko just jumping back, no blast packs needed for the exit. Away, paint shell as well, not going to find too much damage in the aftershock. Instead it creates some additional space, but scoped in with the Marshall, finds one, Flash turns away from that one, goes back in, gets the tag in on the fish shell, which Jumpy will be able to finish up. Follows through with the Guardian. Now it looks like they're contemplating going for this swing. From the back, shots flying, they're splitting their targets, so a little bit of damage taken, but Keiko still able to find one. Moving forward, and as Kawa tries to set up for that flashpoint, will just get taken down. 3K for Keiko. A 2-0 start and a flawless round for Team Liquid.
It seems like Team Liquid has a pretty good bead on exactly what Fancy United wants to do here off the rip. I mean, it seems like to me they've read pretty well both rounds how exactly Fancy United wanted to approach it. You know, with the crunch onto C from the door. And then here, just kind of expecting this push. And Keiko clean mostly with his Marshall. A few missed shots with the Guardian from Yampi, but that's okay. No harm, no foul, because they come through with it with everything intact. It's flawless other than the armor.
Smoke's down, there's the paint shells out. Paranoia sent through as well. Heavy threat forward over at A main. Wrap around. Keiko rotates in towards B, where all of Fancy United are getting ready to try to push through. Smoke does come down. Barrett getting out in front of this one. Does get the kill. Takes out one. Swings forward. Mystic able to gun him down. Takes a decent amount of damage, though. So far, it's the 1-for-1. Aftershock off the plant for the time being. Now have to relocate. And so setting out the shock darts, looking for some damage. Mystic again, going to be finding another elimination. Takes him out, gets himself a third before falling. This leaves just Vizio on his lonesome as Yampi picking up the Marshall, finds a nice headshot. Vizio holding up onto the high ground. They just double swing onto him. Something more that he can do. 2 weapon upgrades here for the side of Team Liquid, and a 3-0 start as they convert the bonus.
Crosshair placement just a little bit off there for Vizio, but really just great reactions here by Team Liquid with their utility. Yampi right on point there with the aftershock to make sure that the plant takes a little bit longer, that they're able to get more forces in place. And just a little bit cleaner with their shooting. Quite frankly, as you kind of expect. Good paranoia to open things up there from Kawa to set up the initial push. But off the back of that, I mean, just phenomenal stuff there. That flash not really connecting as much as they would like.
Yeah, great turn from Mystic.
Yep.
Just dodging out on that one, but I mean, already just fast gameplay coming in from the side of Fancy United, but even faster responses from Team Liquid. Everybody corralling around that B site. And now Keiko, he's going to be taking the operator into his hands. Raised with an op. Man after my own heart.
It's, I'm really excited for this because Keiko looked pretty good with that Marshall, so it shouldn't be too far off the mark there.
And so, a little bit more of a dishonest player going for the Odin on the opposite side of the map. There's a swing in, Kawa peeking. Just gets blown out of the water. Yampi as well finds Vera lurking over outside of B. And already with the force up here from Fancy, this is not looking great.
Yeah, a lot to be done. Toxic screen over onto C, but ahead of it.
This is such
with the op. Yeah, this is just, just mean.
I hate this guy.
Yep. No, that angle right there is one of the most annoying because it just takes that little pixel out of place and you can spam right through it.
Yep, just a double corner wall bang. That's the Odin for you.
And then you can move over into tree and spam through there.
Max penetration, and you just swing out, finds one. You will be able to take down Yampi, so no flawless to be found here. But work cut out for him. Spike, even though it's just in front of him, still seems like it's unattainable, and it is. And so with a 3K, we'll take TL to 4.
Looking really, really well coordinated for Team Liquid. A little bit concerning, them not quite being aware of some of these angles on the map that they can take with these powerful guns. And like you said, they force bought, so things a little bit going to be off the mark in terms of the rotations of the guns and the economy. And I did see Vera trying to buy a Vandal there, and he also had a Showstopper, so I'm curious if he's just going to pass that over, if they're going to go for some kind of set play here. So it is a 5-man stack. He's still going to hang on to this Vandal, yeah.
Hero rifle.
Yeah. Going for that ace thrifty round, you know?
Trying to give a little bit of extra firepower into this one. Push forward. Okay, Enzo going to be taken down. Paint shells bite into the back. Now the Showstopper going to be coming through. Wrapping around towards the spawn. Not going to see much of anything, though. Does get a little bit of damage down on the Nats. Gets tagged up by that, but not going to be eliminated. But this looks like the best opportunity here for Fancy thus far, even though it's in the thrifty. The Odin has been recovered. Flash going out. Nats swinging. Just managed to find one, but Yampi gets rid of that Odin.
Oh, no.
Keiko looking for a target. Oh, Suka with a headshot. Takes him down. Mystic now revealed, and yes, I can. He will finish him off, and of all rounds, it is in fact the hero rifle that helps break things open and gets Fancy on the board.
Yeah, I mean, not only is the opening shot phenomenal, there's a great response with the utility from Fancy to make sure that site's clear. Use that Showstopper to push space, make sure that there's no response with utility. We saw that be a problem earlier on this site for Fancy United. That is disgusting. Absolutely nasty. By the way, the fact that Nats got a headshot right as he was getting flashed in there as well, pretty dumb. But that's just Nats for you. Not too surprising. But it's the response here from Fancy, like recognizing some of the problems that happened earlier when they tried to go B, and they're able to use their utility to push Team Liquid back so those same problems don't happen, at least not as quickly, and they're able to really capitalize.
Oh, got the tag onto one, but quick TP away from Yes I Can. Manages to dodge that second and fatal shot from the Hunter's Fury. We'll start this round off though, 45 health. That's now backing away. Operator likely revealed as the dart went through. Get that little silhouette, so they should know that there's going to be one in play over towards C.
Trying to decide how I feel about Fissio's toxic screen here, because yes, it gives you a little bit more like entry to the sites and things like that, but post plant, I guess with the added layer of smokes that Team Liquid doesn't have compared to you, yeah, I guess I could see this being pretty viable, because then you can use your toxic screen and your smoked omen smokes to make sure that your post plants are a little bit safer. Okay.
They are going to send this. Okay, Rolling Thunder crashing across, catches onto multiple players. Fissio responding. This might Keiko tried on the raises so far, but the rest of the team starts falling down. Fissio and Kawa both eliminated. Yes, I can. Sending up the smoke just to be able to recover the spike. He's getting word here from Zuka, who's saying, look, I'm creeping forward into the C site. It looks like it's open. But already Liquid getting a read on this. They've started corralling around this position, so this is going to take some big heroics to try to get this back into their favor. But with Zuka falling, Yes I Can still at 45 HP. It doesn't look likely. And there you have it. Odin's still in play. Spam through the wall. That'll be Team Liquid not allowing for Fancy United to get themselves a second round.
I mean, Team Liquid just a step ahead of Fancy United the whole way through. They just pin them in, keep them from getting anywhere they really wanted to go, and then when they use the ult, of course the ult, from Yampi, very, very good, but then when Kawa uses his ult, comes back to the site, Enzo's way ahead of where anybody expected him to be, and that's just, once Suka is dead, it's pretty much GG, because they're coming from a bunch of different angles, so nice try from Fancy, but Team Liquid, again, has really good reads on what Fancy wants to do right now. And this toxic screen, a little bit more on the normal side of things, but it is pretty kind of more towards the western side of the map shifted than normal.
Still very hefty stacks here from both sides. Here's Mystic around the corner, catches Yes I Can jumping on the side, trying to send up Paranoia, you would think. 2 for 2 so far, though, as Fissio is able to trade one back. Drone, try and scout, managing to spot at least 2 there. Enzo for now, just gonna be sat, ready to spam across.
Yeah, now you gotta rethink this as Fancy United trying to push through with
Okay.
that Odin there. Okay, well you do have the ult though, so now you've got the positioning of all of these players, and they immediately rotate away from it. So the confirmation for sure, using the Cypher ult, pretty good. And it seems like they're gonna gamble a little bit here on the B. Just the alarm bot for the presence of Team Liquid. No other players there just yet, but should be able to respond fairly quickly.
They can start getting corralled into position. Aftershock is at the ready, but Yampi, the operator, he's not really in a enough spot to actually try to set this one up. Shot goes out, nothing found. Shock can try to buy some space. Nats needed to clear the tripwire, and he does. Goes creeping forward. Kawa going to be taken down. Suka forward here, inside of the pit, just trying to lurk, trying to not get caught, but the spam continues to graze him. Now take it down to 31 HP, push up into the smoke. Somehow Enzo still wins that trade. Able to get the weapon out in time, and now Fissio has been fished out. The fuse will come through, and Team Liquid will continue on their merry way, now up 6-1.
Now that was, I mean, again, Team Liquid so smart with their utility placement and usage to clear space inside of that Viper's pit. I mean, the Aftershock, the shock darts, everything like where it needs to be. And then Nats is just, he reads Fissio's movement here so well. Yeah, Fissio gets the first kill. Then Nats doesn't see him, and Nats is like, oh, you step to the side. I know that that's about the only angle you can go to. Reads it perfectly. And gets the final one, just waiting for him to come back in. And hard to out-rat the Rat King. Certainly that is a throw that is a tough one to take.
Yeah. Absolutely is. Keiko once again, though. Operator in hand, backing away, and the timing on it pretty damn good. Here's that little jump peek, though. Some paint shells primed and ready to swing out. Ooh, just over top of the head there of Vera, unable to find the kill. Wants to lead the way, but instead will think better of it. They get a lot of that KJ utility out. In fact, Nanoswarms going to be burned.
Yeah, I like the backpedaling here from Fancy. recognizing that that was going to be a lot of Team Liquid quickly responding to their rotations. So now they're
Just
starting
off that alarm bot.
Yeah, couldn't quite find it, but I like, in general, I like what Fancy's doing now. They're starting to spread the map a little bit more. They're recognizing that Team Liquid is rotating very quickly to these hits and responding too quickly to these hits. So now they got to start buying time and buying utility, getting burnt out of Team Liquid. And there you go. Now that alarm bot cleared, but unfortunately, it's going to make it a little bit easier for Liquid to get into position.
All right, well, spike now planted, full 5 members. No one taking any damage. Kawa there with a ghost, however.
Oh, Suka Lurk.
He's lurking through Yampi just on the side. Is he actually going to check for it? No, he doesn't. He doesn't check the right side, and Yampi manages to find the kill. There, however, trying to angle the side. Comes up with 2. Fischio going to be fighting 1 as well. A 2v3, an operator in the hands of Keiko. Blast packing forward, has the shorty, only gets a smattering of damage across, and as they swing the corner, they will take him down. 3 members left standing. Fancy United finally get themselves a 2nd round win.
Yeah, looking much better this round here for Fancy. Again, spreading the map, and even though Suka gets caught by Yampi, it's still a good idea. It's still something that you've got to get into Team Liquid's heads, that you are going to be able to spread the map, that you're going to be able to come from flanks and unexpected angles potentially, so that way Team Liquid can't just insta-respond to your plans, to your attacks. You've got to buy a little bit more time and space, and this round was much, much better in that regard overall for Fancy United.
Very nicely done. That's
Vera looking sharp too, by the way.
great turnaround on that one after Suka gets dropped. Forward push out here from Liquid, trying to take some space around B, but no one to receive that pressure. Alarm bot will alert. Snat starts swinging back around here.
Oh my god, the door.
Paranoia sent through. Suka this time going to be the one who's trying to get the catch. Has the cam set up, but they think better of it. There in the meantime, just pushing forward, expecting somebody to be playing close. No one going to be found though. Showstopper going to be burnt. Find any value. Hunter's carry now. Crashing across, gets the tag on to 1. The follow-up shot is good, and Kawa taken down. That's the breach. That's the flashes out of their hands, but the spike is still ticking. Vera forward here in the smoke, trying to get the timing, trying to get the catch on the Enzo, but the covering fire from Mystic is just too damn good. Swung out wide, unexpected. Now the full flash connects on the Suka. He falls. Nat finds the kill. Fischio trying to hold it down, turns and sights over to Waterfall, but cannot line up the shot. And Yampi swinging close. Will finish off. Yes, I can. The fuse comes in, and TL get themselves to 7.
Just kind of over-guessing themselves in this round is Fancy United, getting a little too eager with that showstopper in particular. Kind of expecting, again, this time they're expecting the fast rotate from Team Liquid, but Team Liquid pumps the brakes a little bit. They say, okay, we're going to buy a little bit of time here. We're going to check for our flanks. We're going to check our angles a little bit more. And you know, again, it's like a timing read here from Team Liquid that's just a little bit better. You can see that experience from Team Liquid showing through in that round, where they quickly adapt to what Fancy United had shown in the previous round in terms of their mental state.
Fancy United team is from Malaysia, right?
Well, once again,
Or
rifles and
is
a ghost here.
it Asia Pacific? I don't know.
Taking a little bit less firepower, still has that full usual little paint shells to the back of Rubble. Vera able to find 1 before getting taken down by the operator, so Enzo out of the fight. Swing back through though, mid-stick forward, and Rubble comes up with 3!
Man, they are mowing them down.
Fischio can only get 1 before
aggression
falling.
on
Now
Lotus is
all right, well,
something
I guess
else.
I have to try to just meet them here.
High and low
High-low
setup.
stack, and Mystic will claim a 4K as TL, no signs of stopping. 8-2.
Unnat, you still there on stream?
I mean,
Hello?
it's just clean there from Team Liquid. Just everybody in the right place at the right time, hitting their shots. Mystic absolutely nuts around the corner. Keiko, quick with that operator to back it up. Good flash there to set up Mystic as well. And trying to get a little bit ahead of it. Fischio, but
And Mystic is looking
so
sharp.
clean with that Phantom that round. Even able to get his headshot down before Keiko get his op shot in on that final kill. Good usage of the boombot by Keiko to isolate the last couple players of Fancy United, just make it that easy. But not much to say about that round other than Team Liquid just read them like a book.
You spotted on the drone. Good value for Enzo. Gets in a position to try to utilize
black
this
one.
once again.
Yeah.
Ready to open up. Gets a little bit of damage there on Kawa. As the door will get tapped.
My
Just
current
trying to
rank is
stop
black
him
one.
from spraying. And it has worked. He'll back away for the time being, but so
Yeah,
too
he's gonna
will
get a
Fancy
pick
and Keiko. That's 4 outside of B. That's
Clean.
going to be spotted. Another great shot.
Man, That
It's
OD.
unfortunate for Kawa.
Reduced to 10 HP.
Keeps getting the short end of the stick.
And to make matters worse, Nats has his ult on the back of all this. So yeah, okay, you've kind of identified the open
Unnatural,
site,
you
although
still
of course
there?
there is the Killjoy
No?
utility that you're going to have to clear out. I don't know if they're going to get that done just yet. It seems like they're really not accounting for it. The nanoswarms get popped. Don't take too much damage, only a little bit. But yeah, now you got the lockdown to deal with.
Yep, lockdown's going through. They will be able to get the spike planted and can try to back away from this one time.
This team is from Vietnam, I
think.
Yeah, it's written here.
Will be good. Suka, however, going to be left lingering forward. Got the reveal out, but the push comes in from Mystic. Stepping to him and takes him down. Keiko in the meantime also finds the SI-Can. Door getting tapped. Yumpy just drawing attention. Vera able to find one, but then Keiko finds the elimination. And Fisio, he gets one, but the paint shell's lined up. The Viper's too low. A 4K here for the Rays. And Team Liquid now on pace to go 10-2 in the half.
And you gotta like what you're seeing here from Liquid. It's really good discipline. It's really good understanding of their space that's left open by the lockdown. And it's a flash and a push on the back of it to make sure that Suka can't really do much from the backside there. You can see he gets caught by the flash from Yampi, just barely in there, the stun, one of the two. And it's just really, really well coordinated, good reactions from Liquid. The setups from Nats are really good. So far, I haven't seen Fancy United really be able to track and identify and eliminate the Killjoy utility on a consistent basis as well. That's another big problem for them right now is Nats is constantly changing up where this utility is going, how it's being placed, how it's being used, and that's giving them a lot of
It's picking up off for
the early
the
part of the round, and it's giving Team Liquid a ton of information
I'm
and a
guessing
ton
they're
of
gonna
ability to
re-hit
dictate
it.
the pace of this game.
Drone not going to be seeing much.
Yeah, they're gonna reheat it.
He's going to start swinging away off this A site. Fancy have started to drift into this direction. It's a bit of a misread here from the side of Team Liquid. Fancy ought to be able to just get themselves a free play perhaps, but now we do see Nats getting into position here over at stairs. Operator in hand. The smoke keeping his vision blocked off. For a close
Now Liquid knows that they are hitting.
He's got a nano right there. Turn
Since
around
they're
the corner,
open push
they
C.
pivot into B. Gonna use the Rolling Thunder though, so A looks to be the hit.
It is the hit, but the counter Rolling Thunder comes through the Showstoppers there as well. Keiko sends it out, but Vera still managing to trade it one back. It's the first elimination. HP bar is so very low. Yes, I can. Super
It's
down, all
now.
tag up, and the kills are still being found.
Wow.
Yuppie, the last one standing, cannot get it done.
9-3.
It's going to be a 9-3 half as Fancy United are able to deny that 10-2 scoreline away, but there is so much work to be done. And that was Liquid winning from the defending side.
Yeah, no, it was really good stuff overall from Liquid. Again, really controlling the pace, the retakes, almost always effective. This was one of the few that wasn't. And a lot of this is Fancy United, I think, having a pretty good idea of Liquid's ult situation there with the Showstopper, with the Rolling Thunders, and they're able to back up just enough that they don't take catastrophic damage from it. Vera, they're good.
Sharko, you
with
play
his
on
shot.
Asia Pacific region or
Finally coming alive
EU?
and they find that very, very crucial third round win. But of course,
Like which server do you play in?
now them going over to the defender side, you know, can they replicate what Team Liquid was able to do? That's a tough task because Team Liquid looked really good.
Yes, they absolutely do. 9-3. I mean, we saw a run back yesterday from DRX.
Yes.
They were able to make it happen, but just
But that's DRX.
yes, given the difference that we're seeing right now, how fired up Liquid are, and this being their map pick, and them winning 9-3, starting on the defending half, there's not much hope right now here for the side of Fancy, but
बढ़िया.
need to light a fire
Fancy
under their
rank is
rears right now during the last 25 seconds of this break and come out swinging here in this next pistol.
Yeah, I mean, and again, something that we talked about at the beginning of this map that continues to be a big question in my mind. We saw a lot of impact from Nats with his utility, with the ability to control, again, the tempo and the information game so nicely there on that defender side. Now with Suka on that Cypher, a big question for me, is he going to be able to have some impact in that regard as well? Again, it's very difficult to match Nats, you know, one of the best, if not the best in the world at that kind of thing. But
Nice,
you know, using that Cypher, you know, are you going to be able to mix up the trap wires? Are you going to be able
Send me a
to
friend request here.
really make sure that the cams are in good spots, that your smokes are going to be well placed as well? Because those cyber cages really can be very difficult to deal with on certain sites, like on C. There's a lot of funky angles, a lot of one-ways you can actually create if you're very clever with them. So that's just a big question for me. But right now he's over onto A. Trapwire is just going to be right towards the entrance to the A site.
Yeah, add me.
Camera
Let's
all the way
play
over
together.
onto the other side on C.
Okay, opening volley, not finding much here. Keiko just saying tucked away. The smoke comes out, lead across, and has managed to elude the spray. That's distracted by the trapwire. Suka swings out, spots him staring at it, and manages to take him down.
There you
Good
go.
early kill here for the side of Fancy.
Yeah, man, that's a really nice play there off your own utility. So Suka, so far, checking some boxes here that I wanted to see, and that's really impressive. Now the thing is Fancy's over-reading into Nats' positioning here. They
This woman might die here.
over-rotate. They've got two players that came over. Now Yes I Can on his own.
Okay, Paranoia connecting. Yes I Can just having to back away here in towards Waterfall. The 4
5v4
players
retake.
TL remaining now. Taking over this C site. Let's get double push.
30
Keiko
seconds
and
left.
Mystic swing their way here in towards the back. Vera and Yes I Can the opposite side. Vera onto the boom bot. Mystic staying quiet, does not alert them to his presence. Keiko turns back around, finds one. The dink is there. Mystic cannot get that second kill though. With the paint shell, certainly would if Vera was a little bit
Bro, this
further
Keiko
forward.
guy is
Ends up
cracked.
dodging that one out. Kawa trying to swing around from the flank.
My
Cannot
rank is
find the
plat
elimination.
1.
Yampi will get the double cleanup. And it's going to be another pistol round going to Liquid as they hit double digits.
And the tech usage here by Mystic, so good to just hide himself in the corner, and the awareness just better for Team Liquid, like the understanding of the spacing of the map, the way that the utility creates the spacing. And the funny thing is they're the team with only one controller. They don't have two. Usually you would think the team with two controllers has a lot more ability to sort of dictate the space and those kind of things. But instead it's Team Liquid doing it. And they're so smart, they're so savvy. And these guys looking so clean right now.
Even with the deficit, not going to be seeing a force up here from the side of Fancy United. Just one sheriff in the hands of Vera. Snaps for the time being, looking to play this out rattly, and oh dear God.
No, oh no.
But I mean, trigger discipline doesn't matter. He still manages to mow down 3. Gets those eliminations. Mystic trying to find the last 2, and he shall. A blink and you miss it round. As Team Liquid will very swiftly get themselves up to 11.
Well, I mean, now let's see if Team Liquid can convert another bonus like we saw
Okay, sure.
on their
I'll add you
defender's
once I
side.
open the game.
Nothing too much to write home about.
Holy
Here's
Maheshwar.
Fancy United once again on their eco after a pistol lost. Tries to rush B.
11-3.
Did it on both sides of the map and didn't go good either time. Team Liquid seems to have a very good read on some of the tendencies of Kawa and of Fancy United right now. But who knows, maybe we get a few more rounds, get a little bit of confidence flowing before the end of the map, potentially, for Fancy United. And you never know, miracles happen, but right now, hard to envision a world where Team Liquid isn't coming through with the map W.
Okay, well, Yampi gonna be taken out. A kill found there as Vizio now getting pressured out, down 17, but he actually manages to get both Mystic and Nats to get taken down. There's the reveal of the trapwire. Suka catches Keiko, and then it gets Enzo as well, completely turned around, uncertain of where they're going to be coming from.
Yeah, okay. I'll add
Flawless
you.
round here to stop the bonus conversion from coming through. Fancy will get themselves a 4.
And Vizio there was extremely weak on those last 2 kills. He had
19
like,
HP, 17 HP.
yeah, it was in the teens, that's for sure. Unbelievable stuff.
17, oh, yeah, vulnerability. They just walk right across that.
He's the manager for Team Liquid, 17, so I guess there's some level of irony there. But anyway, I mean, just, yeah, clean. Of course it is, you know, going up against the bonus, and that's an expected result, but the fact that it's flawless is huge, 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 huge.
Yeah, build up a bank.
Exactly.
Now they're looking to get aggressive. A 3-man push coming out from A. Nats here. One player that's going to receive. Now knows that there's going to be pressure out from B. It's only going to be good for 1 this time around. Yes, I Can. Does get taken down. And a little bit of damage onto the others. Keiko does find Suka. So C site broken open. Now a 3v4 attempted retake coming through for Fancy United. They're anticipating Vizio here from this angle. Know that he was the one playing outside of B. The creep forward. Swing on the corner, about to come through, and yep, Paranoia, not necessary. That guy already dead.
It's the thought that counts, Achilles.
You cannot blind that which
Player
cannot see
standing.
anymore. Kawa taken down. Now Barrett is trying to see if he can get something done here. Will not be able to find an additional kill. Mystic will be the closer once more as Liquid get themselves up to map point.
Match point.
Clean. And again, even with these multiple layers of smokes and utility, Keiko's just able to get around it. He's able to navigate himself. Look at these flashbacks right over anything that Suka had set up. The smokes, the trap wires, all of it dodged.
Learning from the
I'm
previous
gonna
round.
just watch this match.
exactly.
After that, I'm gonna.
And
I
it's
might
just, again, the instantaneous adaptations that Team Liquid makes to anything they see that Fancy United does well. Because Fancy United has yet to win more than one round in a row. That's it. Just one. Yeah, that's it.
They've been very scattered. For now, just forcing them back with a little bit of pressure outside of C. That's again starting to creep forward over towards A site. This time, give the position to the trap wire. I don't think that Suka is going to be able to get a free kill on him, but if he can find something, that neural theft is available. Very much help the rest of his squad, but given that he's going to be completely surrounded, being able to get the one kill, then get the ultimate off, seems like it's going to be a bit difficult for him. There's the reveal. Tag on to Keiko. Farah making presence known here at stairs, spamming across, not going to be finding too much damage. Cyber Cage pop, creep back through. Keiko strikes him down. Made up over the top. Gets the kill on Navera. Ran right into it. Keiko looking for a third, cannot get it. Vicio continues to excel. The elimination, and the bite is not connecting here onto the plant spot. Lockdown now rolling through. They have to pull back. Mystic trying to swing around. But yes, I can is ready for that wraparound. Gets the punish, gets Yumpy as well, and suddenly it's all on Nats.
Well, this is definitely Nats' wheelhouse. So smart here. Already has the nano.
Pops it. Just trying to keep his position a mystery. He's eating damage from his own nano swarm. Spots one, gets the kill, has to try to relocate, but isn't fast enough to dodge. Vicio will find him. The game will continue. Fancy United fighting back in round 17. They get themselves up to 5.
That is such a cheeky setup he had there. Pops the first nano off the contact from the turret, just in case, to buy a little bit extra time. The second nano to follow, he takes it himself so that they don't think he'd be there, because who is sitting their own nano to take damage and, you know, try to hold down a post plant like that? Well, Nats would. That's who.
It's great. I mean, it entirely makes them think, like, okay, he's not playing with line of sight.
Exactly.
He does not see the spike. He's entirely going off the turret.
Yep.
Smartly
Tomorrow's
done,
match is going
not
to be
enough
fun.
to get them to win.
Until I was at DRX.
But, I mean, had he been able to
I want to see
180
Buzz
go off
versus
Vicio,
Zekin.
that was going to get very, very dicey.
Because I don't really think Foxy9 is going to play.
Unbelievably clever.
Showstopper from the shadows. The ult's available at the moment here from the side of Liquid. A plethora still here from Fancy United. Hit, not yet invested. Maybe used for a retake if it comes down to it. Just push out the Cyber Cage, and he's even stunned up, and Keiko still finds the headshot. Showstopper now coming through, looking for a target. Gonna bounce around the back, goes over towards ramp, spots him, sends it, but it's gonna be landing too short. Boombot in the meantime gets some damage. Now Keiko gonna be at 7 HP, and as he sprays through, gets Vera as well.
This Keiko guy posed the other
Bomb
race
comes
to
in, Kawa arrives at backside.
rat into that corner.
Weapon
And then
drop
he
now,
spammed
can't
it.
find, but Keiko now technically on for an ace, but will fall. Vicio gets the elimination. Does he invest the pit? Yes, he does. Pitch comes through. Mystic around the corner. Yes, I can. Flushes him out. Enzo. Odin in hand. Searching. Sends out the drone. Spots him for a quick little moment.
Oh, no.
Sprays across. Finds one. He got it to half, however. The retap. But suddenly, he's going to have to start sticking this here pretty soon. Dart goes forward. The swing out of Enzo. Draws down fast enough to
That
get
Viper
the
had
clutch. And close out the map. 13 to 5. Team Liquid have arrived.
OP, man.
They close out their
The
map.
other team is
Loaded
like
clean
playing their
fashion.
first line, I
Yeah,
think.
and a lot of things going the way of Team Liquid. You know, first and foremost, the mechanics a little bit cleaner. Sometimes we saw the crosshair placement a little bit off from Fancy United. And again, they don't get many opportunities to play on stages like this, so certainly got to imagine nerves are up there, especially going up against the likes of these players who have storied histories
I'll let
in
Al go
the
live.
VCT. But other things like tech utilization and round-around adaptations,
Let me open
certainly
my
going the way of Team Liquid, as, again, Fancy United never able to win 2 rounds in a row. It was only one and done each time.
Well, Unfortunate here for Fancy United, but just got to be able to shake off the loss and get ready for the next map. They do have their pick of Split coming up, so that's where they're going to be feeling the most confident, the most comfortable, and where they could potentially enact their game plan and try to get the win and extend this all the way over towards Ascent. But Liquid right now, the firepower on display is looking damn scary.
No doubt. Keiko in particular, impressed. Had so many impactful rounds, clean with both the Marshal and the Operator. A lot of really encouraging stuff here for these Team Liquid. Of course, with Apex, yes, he fits in well with Mystic and Enzo, but there seems to be no lack of coordination, at least so far, with the other two members, with Nats and Yampi seemingly right in place. Yep. Everybody's utility pretty well coordinated, I thought. What else can you say? It looked great for Team Liquid.
Yep, this core very much coming together quite well for the side of Team Liquid. Perhaps this next map will test them a little bit more, because Lotus definitely looking very comfortable for them across the board. I mean, good God. I mean, yes, Keiko.
Match found.
The enemy only looks composed. Their hearts tell a different story.
Fight!
Coward, run!
अच्छा मार रहा है भाई. साला का पीछे से आ गया. खाली वन टास्क पड़ा रहा है मेरे. सब रोजा में घुसा हुआ है. टैग दिए ही नहीं तुम. कमांड्स में एक टैग है मेरा, उसको ले लो. ट्रेड बहुत अच्छा मार रहा है।
Ten kills remaining. Five kills remaining.
हाँ
Thick. One kill remaining.
बहुत जल्दी खत्म कर दिया। Add me here. Yeah, bronze one, bro. One more deathmatch and then I'm gonna stream the match after that. Let's play later.
Match found.
Sharko, you send me a friend request. Yours is too long, man. My tag is there. Soldier hashtag 9749. And do it fast, like in 10 minutes. माउस गिर गया मेरा।
If you must fall, then fall near me.
Fight.
As one. Enemy removed. Gecko's gone. Headshot.
नहीं यार, I haven't received it. Send it again. बढ़िया मार रहा है यार.
Be at peace.
We'll play unrated later too.
Eliminate.
What? Well,
Cypher removed. Wrecked.
Ten kills remaining.
We tend to die. One dead.
Remaining.
सभी आप ही कर रहे हैं क्या?
You fought well. Approach.
One kill remaining.
Best that we have to offer in our region, which, you know, they're pretty good, but he's, you know, like we've said, he's on another level sometimes, so.
I don't know how deep the ties actually go, but you would also suspect that Team Liquid just overall as an organization would have some decent ties to Korea, just given the history between them and the likes of StarCraft.
Sure.
One of the organizations that has just kind of supported that game for the longest time, and its affinity in South Korea, the birthplace of esports, back with the old Brood War tournaments. So maybe there's some legacy fans kind of tied over even just from that connection. Either way, hard to say, but the fans are definitely being rewarded right now for showing up into the audience. But we will get into the agent selection here for Split and see what we've got. So it's actually going to be a Sky Sage composition for the side of Team Liquid, and we get Nats on that aforementioned Viper once more.
Oh, really interesting. I mean, the Viper, very exciting to see for Nats. I was curious if maybe he might try the Cypher, but since you've got the Sage in there, definitely not going to be going for that. That's really interesting. A lot of, you know, most teams these days have been opting away from the Sage on Split.
Bit of a legacy pick.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm really curious to see exactly what they're going to try to do to keep things in check here against Fancy United. With them starting on the defender side, you know, how are those walls going to be used? That's really kind of the big piece of that puzzle for that Sage. Like, where are you going to get that value? Are you going to, you know, try to cut them off, you know, just make mid a little bit more difficult to work with? Of course, now with the double layer of controllers as well, it's going to be even more challenging for Fancy in the information gathering department, it feels like.
Very much so. Well, do or die time here for Fancy United. Need to win on this map to extend the series. Otherwise, they may just find themselves in the lower bracket. Let's see if they can get it done as we hop on to Split.
The next match is going to be a lot of Gang and T1.
Suka, again, rough start on the Cypher in terms of overall score impact, and frankly, map impact as well, a little bit lacking at times. Let's see if he can maybe pick it up here on Split, see if this is a bit more comfortable for Fancy United. Lotus certainly felt a bit off kilter for them. Gun situation, it is going to be so far just one ghost. So yes, I can. Otherwise, a heavy investment into the armor and the utility.
Kawa just having to stick to the classic, going for full util.
Yeah, let's see if he can have a little more impact with the breach util. This go around. Mystic.
Get the catch onto him. He's going to take a couple shots and he will be able to back away. Tag there on Kawa, and yes, I can. Barra as well. Getting a bit of that. Barra to go for the entry, goes going forward. Aftershock to try to clear the way. Some spam from Enzo up in heaven. Classic not going to be finding too many connections though. Counter spam will go back towards him. Plan's going to be coming through. Relatively clean entry so far here from Fancy. The rotation still going to be coming through. You can see Suka, a very deep lurk, still out in mid. We have so many players from Team Liquid, yeah, poking their heads out, trying to go on the hunt and spot him. Seems like Nats has a pretty good idea. When he comes in, and yeah, he will be able to claim the kill. It's a little bit of damage. Heal going to be used. Enzo keeping himself topped up.
Most of the members of Fancy
either way, start working their way back in
this
towards
is
the site where everybody is taking damage on the side of Fancy United. Yampi's going to be finding one, missing one piece as well. Nats will find himself a second. Visio suddenly the last one standing. Oh, double push out through the wall. Get themselves over onto the spike. Should have just enough time to go ahead and get this defuse off. It's going to be damn close, but they have it. 177 seconds remaining.
Enzo even able to keep his wall through all of that. Gets the defuse as well, so pretty efficient round here from Team Liquid. Again,
I know this player, yes I can.
Team Liquid.
In APAC server, he is always top 10 or top 20.
Team Liquid very well versed in what Fancy United wants to do and how they want to do it. And Nats, again, you can't out-rat the Rat King. He is just shutting Suka down. on those flanks most of the time. This is just clean as you get. I mean, look at the coordination. Perfect. Everybody doing the right thing at the right time. What else can you ask for? I mean, even Mystic there off the rip sticks around just long enough in the poison cloud to do a little bit of damage to Fancy. Off the, he hit a couple players. Now you can just start spamming through here. Again, the angle's being read, yeah.
And this is a force up here. The early damage is going to be quite nice here for the side of Team Liquid. But now Keiko blinded up, completely getting flashed out, ends up falling. So a little bit of a better start. Looks like Ken's going to be keeping forward. Gets the swing out, looking for one. He's wary about this push out here from Heaven. Will find Enzo. The force spy is doing wonders for Fancy. That's now spotted. Know exactly where he's at. He's in a 1v3. Spike's still not playing if they have time to play with. You're now going to be going for it.
Spike planted.
Push up, spam, continuing, and yes, I can. Will be able to shut it down. 3 members left standing. Upgrades over to the Bulldogs. Fancy United, what a way to turn this around. Now tied up 1-1.
That's huge. Really catching him just enough off guard. A good flash to set up Fisio there. And then yes, I can. With this tricky positioning underneath, hits the headshot on the way down. Onto Enzo. That's the yes, I can we've been looking for here. 3 kills. Great stuff to start this. Catching Team Liquid just with their guard down enough that they're able to get through. But again, I was going to say it was good, good reads early from Team Liquid. That's just, sometimes the force buy catches you. You're just not quite ready to respond in time. Now, Team Liquid going to be pressuring for this orb. Going to use the hawk to check. No confirm on Asuka. He's got the camera to watch.
Cage triggered.
Flash is still in on the camera, so didn't manage to get the dart out. And Keiko, what a shot. He doesn't want to overstay, doesn't want to go for the gun at least quite yet, but they're not hearing anything else. No attempt at retaliation, so it seems like Liquid very quickly sussing out that he was playing alone and can get the kill, and now Yappy finds the headshot. No. Things are starting to spiral here for Fancy. Kawa will be able to drag it back a bit. It's a headshot, Paranoia flying through. Yes, again, has to pull back away, but Vera finds Enzo up on top of the rafters. Swing forward, Mystic rushing up with that frenzy, finds one. Vera, the reply, takes him down before he can recover the weapon. Paint shell's gonna be sent in, damage going to be found. Kawa, a bit of a rough spot, stays tucked and actually know the nade. It ends up missing as Vera will get himself a 4K, cleaning up the round and saving Fancy.
Still, this is a really effective round for Team Liquid. Yes, they don't win it. Yes, they, for the first time, give up 2 rounds in a row to Fancy United. But they do a ton of damage, right? They find value out of the Sheriff, the Marshal, and a Frenzy. The one and done position for Mystic, he got what he needed. Vera has a nice finish and some energy in the comms there for Fancy United. You'd love to just push Liquid here. Make this a really competitive map. Who knows? Even get the win. I'm telling you, these guys certainly can do it. But it is no easy task. Liquid looks very dialed in. Let's see if this was enough of a curveball to maybe affect Liquid's mental.
Right there.
Kind of doubt it, if I'm being perfectly honest.
The fight at the ready. He actually might have sent it out.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't have it anymore in the inventory, so he's kind of whiffing that one, so Kill's now going to be gone.
Had to, I think, use it just in case Vera last pack's in there in front of him off the back of that fault line, so.
Focus forward, Mystic again going for the spam, and this time is going to be rewarded with a kill. Fisio taken down, and that is a high-value target to be found. In the meantime, Enzo also getting Vera dead there in the garage. Suka swinging out will be good for one, but Keiko quick on the reply. Trades it back. Gives Team Liquid a 4-2 advantage.
And again, Team Liquid is reading Suka's movements and position so incredibly well. They've caught him every round, basically.
Kind of been doing the same thing every round.
Like, kind of, yeah. Other than the sewers on
Yeah.
round 1, that was the only one that was different. But you're absolutely right. It's kind of very similar stuff. Yeah, his utility's been a little bit placed differently, but, again, Team Liquid able to read the timings a little bit better. Now,
So them making the call to just stay put, try to save, kill anybody that you can find.
Yep.
So I know that the bank is still
10
very
seconds
weak here
left.
for the side of Team Liquid, so any additional value found would have been nice, but as the clock will tick away, Liquid also acknowledging how much cash they don't have, and they will just go ahead and sit back. So 2-2, Team Liquid. Some nice spam coming out there from Enzo as well as Mystic. Basically just wins them the round.
and with with Yes I Can getting cut off from the spike, he can't do anything tricky with his ult there, so he's kind of just left to sit down and hope somebody walks into his crosshairs. But yeah, Team Liquid too savvy for that, so bouncing right back is Team Liquid after the force buy loss into the follow-up. Both Omens sitting on their ults. 2 away for Yampi on the Seekers. I think just 1 away here for Vera, yeah, on his showstopper. So let's see if they're going to make a play for this.
4-man push out of mid.
Yeah.
Liquid.
Toxin screen down.
We're quite aggro here. Bite down into the cyber cage. Push their way up here into heaven. Calls can come through. The Nats need some reinforcements here. The fight going to be sent down in towards Vent as well, as Nats is going to get cut off. Poison Orb sent his way. Trying to make sure that no one can come pushing up into heaven, at least quite yet. Meanwhile, Fischio watching, but he rotates off the vent. Smoke dissipates.
He's making noise.
Poison's
too.
off.
He's making a hell of a lot of it. Makes his way back over here towards ramp. Has some covering fire from Yes I Can. Mystic in the meantime. Ready to go, holding on
Here.
to that paranoia.
Here. Poison orb emitting.
Hasn't said it quite yet. There's the ping. Keiko trying to pull it out. Fischio ready to strike. The opening kill. Nats with the shorty in hand. Finds Farah pushing up into the smoke. Yampi does very much the same. They find 2 kills apiece. And advantage once again going to be in their hands. Yes I Can going to be blinded out. And that paranoia, and Kawa left on his lonesome in backside. Gets taken down. Now it's the double approach here from heaven to try to stop this defuse from coming through, but it's already rolling. They're just sticking to this one. Yes I Can needs to swing in, but he doesn't get the right target. So very low. Nats at 5 HP, but he will survive the round, and Liquid will regain a lead.
I want to give Fancy some credit in this round because I saw some really good things here in terms of their utility coordination. The way that Fischio uses the toxic screen to keep the Trailblazer from not only identifying his position, but also the position of Suka's camera, allows them to get that spot onto Keiko and get that kill. And so the initial setup there, the read on how the retake was going to start, pretty good here for Fancy United, but the coordination, the way that Team Liquid plays for the trades and plays, a little bit tighter with their formations, helps give them a big-time win. And frankly, their gunplay is just a little bit better right now. So those kind of things are giving Team Liquid the advantage. But I saw something really good from Vance.
Fault line backside. Mystic shifts over towards Ali. Paranoia goes out. He's going to TP in, managing to get right in behind him, and he strikes, and no one is there to try to cover. Turns from the flash, push up, and he's ready to come through the smoke.
Oh my
Spam from Nats finds one. Now it's going to be a TP in the backside from Yes I Can. Gets himself up on the box. Nats aware of it though. Gets rid of him. They spot Kawa right before the smoke blooms. They strike him down. The spike stranded right here inside of Garage. With 4 rather, stacked up here. Looks like they want to try to challenge for this one. Can he get the 1-for-1? For a second, I thought maybe the isolation was going to be possible, but Nat says no, swings back in, takes him down, and Team Liquid will now move up to 4.
And Fancy trying to change the pace up a little bit here, trying to get ahead of some of the problems they've had at that B main entrance where Mystic will just spam it down through the smokes. Doesn't matter what smokes are there, he'll just spam it through. And he's been finding a lot of value on that. Instead, he just bamboozles them, just gives them the old trade, just in the back. And it's just hard to deal with for Fancy. They're just getting out-read. Every time they try to throw something a little bit different, it's something a little bit new. There's an even better response from Liquid.
Okay, should have spotted it. Nats, but knows that that rocket is not going to be a reliable lineup, so we'll send it over towards heaven.
Poison's off.
Nats will go ahead and just watch it glide past.
Welcome to my
Avoids the
world.
damage pit now going to be invested here on the ramp from
Spike
Fischio wants to
planted.
make this side of the map completely unassailable. Of course, seems like to try to approach potentially from heaven, if not screen. Keiko spamming through, trying to find this Viper. They take him so low, 5 HP remaining on him. Keiko going to be struck down. Yes I Can, finding the kill. Spam continues. Fischio gets Nats. Enzo dead. Mystic with the classic drawn out. Will be able to find one, but Fischio still stands tall. Now it's all on to Yampi. Finds one. Tries to get the third. He does, but Fischio narrowly gets the elimination. Stays alive with 5 health. And Fancy will win the round, but my goodness, what a nail biter.
That was so close to not working. If Fischio gets taken down early, with that pit. This round is completely different, but it is a good read from Fancy United, expecting these quick rotations, these fast lurks from Team Liquid, and the Viper's pit is perfectly placed to counter that. So the read there is good. Yampi still almost takes things into his own hands. Unbelievable stuff, and 5 HP there. Barely, but oh, they're reading Mystic's push out this time. Ready with the snake bite before the poison cloud.
Yeah, took a bit of damage there, but not too bad. Not enough for Enzo to want to commit the heal. We'll be saving that for now.
How dare he? He's a sage.
Oh, no, he's used it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he'd better.
At this point, use it early, slow down the pace of the game, and then hope that you can get another one online.
Exactly.
Also 2 away from having that res. Okay, Suka trying to lure forward. Keiko does get the kill, but in the meantime, B site is being taken. Enzo taken out.
Mystic
swings his way forward. He gets himself in the garage, finds 1, finds 2, gets himself a 3rd. Fancy United don't know what just hit him. Mystic, his relocations continue to just be absolutely on point.
The man's an after image. You just never know where he's at.
On for another 4K. Looks like he's considering challenging for it. Has the paranoia. Sends it wide though. Barrett gets the headshot now. In with a pinch. Spots Nats. But he doesn't know
30
where
seconds
Yampi's at.
left.
He's still got the boom bot and the paint shells. If he can identify this position, he should be.
He'll send
Oh my God!
through, but he gets the full flash. Touch back around, and Vera brings it back from the brink of 4K clutch to tie it up again.
What a clutch.
Okay.
What a clutch.
That round was nuts. That's one of my favorite rounds we've had here so far today. Unbelievable stuff from Mystic, first of all. Again, this guy just teleporting all over the map, it feels like, but he's using the utility of Fancy United against them so well. He's sneaking right behind him, but he hits the first one right as the flash is landing. He just kind of pre-fires it, just finds a good timing, and then is able to sidestep the push out from the Yampi just enough to buy himself that extra time to regroup, reset, and get that final kill.
Well, we will get our first timeout of this matchup here as Team Liquid, Coach Emil wanting to call it. Because, yeah, this is starting to get away from them a little bit here. Had the run back, that 4-2 score line, but giving up 2 in a row to Fancy. Yet again, not good enough here, it would seem. So, wants to pump the brakes, get them refocused, really identify what Fancy's doing to kind of scramble up the team.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, in that round, you give Vera just enough opportunity with the 1v1s that he's clean enough to get it. They're able to keep themselves in it, get another buy. Mostly half armors, but still, that's fine.
It's gonna be a rush onto A.
Well,
At least a slow creep up, but it's a full 5 stack here.
Keiko's got his ult though, man. This is scary.
Okay, that dog just saw multiple players. Showstopper gonna be sent out. Still not gonna be found. It's actually gonna be Yampi who claims 2. Just holding things down and ramp. Keiko with the Guardian in hand. Will be able to get a 3rd kill. Now Spike stranded on top of the Sage Slow. Nats will find Vicio.
There.
And it seems like the timeout, it worked.
It did. And I think that the call here was to just react to the initial pressure a little bit faster from Fancy. Fancy really wasn't pushing and pulling the map. They weren't doing anything super tricky. Just crunch them on contact, use that ult, use that superior firepower with the cross angles as well. And they nailed it. That's all there is to it. Team Liquid, beautifully thought out.
Well, now we have 50 seconds until the round ends. Yes, I can. Just going to be tucked back over towards that attacker spawn. Wants to hide. You want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
Coach Emil has played on this stage before.
Yeah, I know.
All the way back. For those who don't know, he used to be an Overwatch pro player.
Yeah.
Playing in the Contenders Gauntlet back in 2019 on this very stage. So I'll have to ask him how it feels to be back here once again.
He tweeted about it. That's the only reason I know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that he tweeted about it.
Otherwise, I would have had no idea.
But super neat to see. again, you know, so many players,
My ultimate is ready.
some that we'll be seeing later on as well,
Yep.
starting their careers here. Give
Yep.
the likes of Saya, Playa, Carpe, whatnot.
10 seconds left.
A lot of players have passed through these halls.
Legendary venue.
Legendary.
That tournament didn't go that well for Emil, so hopefully this one is a bit better, because I think they finished in 7th, 8th.
I feel like a lot of foreigners have had a tough time in this venue. Let's just be honest. I'll say it that
There's
way.
been a couple teams that have made it work.
Up until Valorant. Valorant's been a different story. We've had-
Hey, whoa, Apex Season 1, that was Envy.
That's true. That's true.
Envy were our champions. Anyway, we'll get ready and refocus going into round 10, as Liquid able to just bleed out the timer off the back of that time out. So, working wonders for them, shutting down that full 5-man push. Big shots coming out of Yampi.
Yep. And again, it's the timing on the crunch, the instant reaction from Team Liquid. Now again, he's going to put a little bit of extra pressure here with Mystic. Keiko there to back him up, to buy him that space. So they're using Keiko here to make them think that only Mystic was there, because Mystic's been doing this spam stuff by himself. So now they're allowed to sneak Mystic up with the safety of Keiko, potentially, and now Mystic holds a much tighter, closer angle than maybe Fancy's expecting out of B main. Otherwise, it is a shift over towards mid here for Fancy. So Fancy now starting to take their time, kind of reconsider, just doing a little bit of checking to make sure that they don't get caught like they did in that previous round. So it's a good change of ideas from Fancy United.
Snake by Descent. It's actually going to be the paranoia baited out here of Mystic over on that B site.
Poison's off.
Everybody else getting ready to advance forward. 3 members push up the ramp, getting their way over towards Heaven. The rotation now coming through from Team Liquid. Enzo will be the last one joining in. Paint Shell's going to be sent down. That's going to force back Keiko for the moment. Flash back forward. Vera looking to take some space. Flash is connecting. The full flash onto him as he tucks into the corner, but now it's going to expire. But Nat still managing to find 2. I want to see that transfer. By the way, he will fall. Kawa getting the pick up there, but quick on the reply. Takes him down, and suddenly it's only Fischio left, lurking around in mid to try and see if he can get anything done.
This is tough. No doubt about it for Fischio. Let's see if he can find
10
some value with
seconds
this Bulldog.
Might
He's
be able
kind
to
of,
catch Enzo.
yeah, he snuck around their backside.
Just around the box and can't steady the aim. Keiko a little bit faster with it. 6 and 4. Team Liquid back on the horse.
I think Kawa might have team flashed Vera there.
Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say transfer. I didn't realize the kid was just jumping above Vera.
Yeah, because Yampi didn't get a assist on that kill, so I saw the breach flash out of the corner of my eye. That's right. Ham it up, Emil.
We stand a happy Emil.
Yes, I prefer Happy Emil.
All right, well, mildly disjointed here. Still flying down. Suka only at 800 credits remaining. Has that sheriff in hand. Showstopper now going to be coming through, but Keiko just finding the kill. That's full flash, but he drops down, swings. They were vulnerable, but he couldn't quite line it up. Suka gets the kill, gets a gun. But now they're the only ones remaining. They still commit the neural theft into the round. Dog goes forward, gets the stun, the swing in, the kill found. They spot Kawa, and Keiko stays still and lets him walk right into the crosshair. Liquid with another quick cleanup,
before the switch.
and now potentially getting themselves an 8 and 4 half.
I mean, it's just easy for Team Liquid to read in some of these rounds. The sprays are right on the timing that Fancy United is moving. I mean,
no smokes, boys.
as soon as the ults are popped here, like, it's Liquid getting ahead of them. They get ahead of the showstopper. Nats puts himself in that corner. He's able to take Vera down. The neural,
barking.
what's that?
There's Yampi barking.
Yes, it was only a matter of time before he came off the chain. Oh, that's good though.
Okay, the entry from Vera, catching Enzo before the stun can expire. Does take him down. Paint Shell's over towards Alley. The swing in, runs out of bullets. Tries to draw out, but it's actually yes I can. Backing him up, comes up with the kills. Keeps Vera alive, down to 8 HP. Suddenly, Yampi and Keiko, the last ones alive. Fancy, very much hungry for the 7-5 scoreline.
Planted.
Well, if you just keep W-king at him enough, if you get the utility off the rip, open things up for yourselves, eventually it does
Paint
work.
Shells can kill.
I know.
Keiko, or Vera rather.
Last player
Not going to be able to get
standing.
away from it, but it's only going to be that 1-for-1, and Yampi spotted exiting out of Alley. So a thrifty to close out the half. Fancy United
Switching sides.
giving themselves an opportunity, 7-5. Not bad at all as they get ready to go on the defense.
Yeah, I mean, again, you catch Enzo off the rip there. Things just immediately fall apart off the back of this great fault line. Good last pack.
Yeah, and more than that, I mean, they saw, they saw Mystic as well, so kind of sussed out that he was still going to be somewhere on the site rather than back into the alley, so able to help get the kill with Yes I Can joining in the fight.
Yep, good communication, good coordination. That time from Fan. I mean, honestly, a 7-5 half, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. You'll take those for sure, so definitely a few of those rounds, it looked like they got read pretty hard, but a few of them, they're able to punch right back. Do some, a few mistakes here and there with some of their utility, but that round was different. Fault line right on point. That time Kawa, again, the coach stepping in today. Yeah, it's been a little rough for him for sure, but that time, thumbs up.
Yeah. Very nicely done. Thrifty of all ways. They get that last one there. It's knocking Liquid down about half a peg, we should say. But it'll all come down to this pistol. We'll see how things work out for the side of Fancy now moving over onto that defending side. If they can get that going, keep the ball rolling. Maybe, just maybe, they could actually extend this all the way to 3.
Sure. This map looks better. No doubt about it.
Significantly.
Say what?
Significantly.
Yes. It is. It's really good and really encouraging. Yes, I can now. Starting to step up. Starting to be that guy we saw at Ascension, Achilleos, that had those tremendous performances. And Vera's had some great moments, of course. The clutch. 4K, absolutely disgusting. Ficio still playing well. Suka still struggling on that Cypher. See again if he can, maybe on this defender side, find a little bit more value. The camera is going to be watching B main. This 5-stack from Team Liquid. Looking to cut off Heaven, I believe, with this Poison Cloud.
It's the one trap wire. Set up in mid. So all going to be going forward. Camera still set up. Cage not really dissuading Liquid at all. They're just plus 43. Spamming, yep, gets the read there on to Mystic, takes him down. Once kind of swing back out here, it would seem. Frenzy in range, Vera able to find Enzo. Suka now joining the fight. Gets a headshot 1-to-1. Continues to push forward, but Nats will shut him down. They know exactly where the 2 remaining players are. They want to try to surround him, but Blast Pack not available. Can't get over that wall, but it will be expiring somewhat soon. Keiko swapping over the Ghost, finds 1, and Nats will get himself a 3rd. 4 HP, no problem. Will die to Keiko's nade. But Liquid, they will take all 4 pistol rounds so far.
Yeah. It looked so good here. For Fancy.
Oh, I saw his legs.
I saw his feet. Okay. I thought he might have just got a read on the TPs into the smokes. But still, a better round here for Zuka, something we wanted to see. Just, what are you going to do? Nats and Keiko.
I heard him at the end going, oh, grenade!
Sorry. You've never done that.
Definitely not. I've never done it accidentally.
Oh, is that true?
Mystic pushed forward, ready for this aggression. What a read coming out here from Team Liquid. They know that this rush is going to come through. Ficio, however, still good for 1. But can they get themselves the gun? Because, hey, surprise, Keiko, he's up in the vents, but he's also taking quite a bit of damage. Has to drop back away. Spike now going to be planted, and Mystic continues to go on a lurk.
On your Sage is dead.
Back at sewers.
Sage is dead, can't get... Oh, well, you've got the Yampi.
Yeah, you've got Yampi, don't worry.
That's right, you've got a Sky. The double heals.
Now Nats is watching, waiting for the drop. Here's it. Kawa pushing forward. Gets a couple shots in. It's a whiffy here. The bite will slow him down, dissuade him. Paint shells as well. Everything just being dumped in. They flush him right back over towards Mystic to go ahead and clean up the kill. Team Liquid this time not going to be dropping the anti-eco, just dropping 2 players.
Yeah, and you can see the awareness and the reactions of Team Liquid is so good. For Mystic to come through mid, they understand that it's going to be another mid push out from Fancy. Seems to be Fancy's response. Lose pistol, okay, push mid after pistol lose if you don't force buy. So this time around, so well coordinated there. Stacking that utility there to buy time for Mystic to force Kawa out into the open where he has no choice but to back up. Like, so much easier for their players, and that's so important. Ficio to play just a bit ahead. Snake bite to buy a little bit of space, potentially see if anybody's going to push, but Team Liquid It's going to be very slow, very wary. Some kind of push out, some kind of aggressive play. Now he's lining up. Flash around the corner, actually just barely catches. Ficio just backs right up, so.
Waiting for that wall to drop. Mike now going to be forced out here. Ficio out of utility. Dumping everything. Doesn't have quick reply rotations here from his teammates, but Mystic able to find the elimination here on the site. Kawa up on top, needs to be cleared out. The TP forward, Yappy with the Sheriff. Gets a headshot, I believe he was still in the smoke. Heal's now going to be coming through as Nats lurks back, ready to intercept anybody approaching from sewers, from that attacker spawn, or from the ramp. The orb will go down, Mystic will get the plant.
Planted.
Continue to creep forward as Nats just waiting for any bit of noise, any information here from his teammates. Wall getting whittled away at, know that they're starting to push forward in towards main. Nade up over the top, Enzo will do a little bit of damage, and his attention is getting split. Suzuka is able to find the kill, sends out the ultimate, but look at the ping. CP down, yes I can, here on the low ground. Ping coming through, his attention trying to fight each player one at a time, trying to get the isolation. This time cannot live up to the name. Liquid shut it down and convert that third round into yet another win. Now 10-5.
Yeah, I mean every pistol, 2 bonuses going the way of Team Liquid. I mean, I feel bad for Fancy in this round because they read this pretty well. I think they responded pretty nicely to the situation as best as they could. You know, Liquid does take advantage of, like you mentioned, the toxic screen timing. You know, but Ficio backs up right away, puts himself at kind of a funky angle. It's just better shooting because he gets aim punched right away. And here he's trying to slow down this aggression. Gonna hop right over it is Keiko. Gonna see if he can get the spam to go, but this time around, Fancy able to dodge it, but they're on a weak buy, so this is gonna be tricky.
Bot send flash out. No one on the corner. Yappy in the meantime does get Ficio. Breaking open that site. The nade catches Kawa. The push up. Keiko gets himself a second. Tries to blast back into the corner, but is out into the open. So yes, I can with that Guardian. The one rifle they had in the round does get put to use at least for a singular kill. But now Suka going to be caught as Mystic is showing that Nats isn't the only one that can lurk on this team anymore.
Yeah, not only that, he hit a beautiful paranoia from sewers as well. That set Keiko up beautifully, allowed him to get the first kill with the paint shells, the follow-up with the rifle. Just really, really nice stuff here. The opener for Yampy catches Ficio trying to scooch into the corner. Not going to do so. And then again, getting set up beautifully. Mystic reading these late lurks, late rotations. And Suka just not able to find a lot of value. And yes.
Oh, we had a really quick one yesterday. Let's hope that it's going to be the case here, but looks like we do have a tech pause. So something going on here in the Fancy United camp, it would seem.
The EMEA Classic.
Given the hands reaching for the headset, I'm wondering if it's just something to do with the comm. So we'll find out. If you get any information, we'll push it your way, but hopefully we'll get through this one pretty quickly and get right back into the action here. But so far, you know, we were feeling hopeful given that 7-5 scoreline, the shift over onto the defending side for Fancy United. Even though it's not the split of hold, it still feels like, you know, somewhat defenders favored.
Sure.
But Liquid have just been completely unassailing so far on this attack, 4 rounds consecutively. Just breaking this map wide open.
Yeah, and it's the coordination, it's like the reactions to things, it's, you know, like Mystic in particular, making sure that there's no room for any like extra space or any flanks or anything like that is huge. It's the way that they combo their utility, all these things that are just slightly better. And again, we've seen good things from Fancy in some rounds where they've had some great moments with their utility of their own, some good shooting, but clearly pound for pound, Team Liquid very much on top.
Okay, well, it looks like tech issue resolved, but we do have Fancy United calling their first time out of the event thus far. So, as stated, Kawa, he's already on stage. Just gonna chill, be able to tap.
Maybe that's the tech timeout. Where's my pause button?
How do I pause this?
How do I do this?
But knows that this is the time to try and turn things around, where you have to dig the deepest that you possibly can. Because, I mean, from here, you give it one more round, you're no longer playing for a win. You're playing just a try to go into overtime.
Right.
So we'll see what can happen. It was, you know, that sort of half buy coming through from them. A lot of Sheriffs, the singular Guardian, that one hero rifle coming through from Fancy in that last round. Now, should have a bit more of a proper buy coming together going into this one to try and stop Liquid from getting to match point.
Really curious about this round, and you know, Liquid, other than Mystic, haven't been spending too much time in mid. They've just been, you know, bullying their way through with better utility usage for the most part. Other than the pistol round, I would say that was the only round where I thought Fancy had a slightly better read on the situation. Now, Suka, okay, he's gonna see that, but here comes the showstopper.
Dog showstopper is out. Sends it up towards heaven. Not going to be able to find any damage, though. Nice pull back there from Vera, managing to avoid it. Paint Shells does get a little bit of damage, shipping him down to 82. Push forward up into the smoke. Suka ready for it. Keiko going to be taken down. Paint Shells doesn't find him, and around the corner goes Enzo just in time. Flash from the corner. Mystic already finding two before falling. Missio now tries to draw this one back, but he was so low. A strafing Spectre bullet to the knee. Takes him out. Vera will fall as Nats worked his way through. And Liquid will not allow for the value to be found off the time out. They take it to match point.
It's the after image of Mystic again, man. TPing up onto the rafters when nobody from Fancy can hear it, and it catches them off guard. They're just not ready for that positioning. Great awareness here from Suka that Keiko is maybe going to be pushing that smoke. But again, Mystic's positioning and the timing, just beautiful.
That's 6 HP, so yeah, that Spectre, it just kills. Not much you could do. Even a classic right click at that range would have done the job, and now it looks like it's just going to be a full 5-man sand once again here over towards B.
Gotta wonder if even a shorty could have got it done in that.
Probably the only one that could not have, but Paint Shell will force Suka back. I'm not sure if the dog actually spotted him, but now he's pushing up into the Cybercade, trying to find a kill. Gets a little bit of damage down, but Enzo still has the heal, and it's invested it over towards Nats anyway. Back up to full HP. TP into the alley. Mystic! He swings forward again. This time it's only going to be good for one. After shot, got Keiko. Enzo also falling. Now it's just on Yampi and on Nats to try to keep themselves in this one and end the game. The wall, the segment is already broken. Vera looking for the timing, swings out, Nats, pivots back, finds it, but cannot finish the job. Missio will be the last one standing. As Fancy United hold on by a thread.
Yeah, so Fancy here, able to react quickly to the pressure from Team Liquid is kind of the biggest deal for them in this round. The opener is good, you get Suka, but everybody else is on their horse. This time they're ready for Mystic's TPing shenanigans. And they are clean enough to get the job done. Very, very close. Now at least I think able to get all the guns they mostly want, other than a couple Bulldogs still, because the money just has been so dire. They had to buy everything they could in the previous round. They have to buy everything they can for the rest of the round. Just a matter of how deep can they get.
Oh, Nats. It's got a pretty good idea, it would seem.
Yeah.
They're playing forward. Gonna be a shallow flash.
Oh my God!
Pulls the trigger, finds the headshot. Spike going to be dropped. Enzo rotating over to try to recover this one. Nats in the meantime just wanting to take some space. Mystic pushing forward back over in towards the screens here as the res does come in, and Nats finds the timing, takes down, yes I can, takes down Kawa. Suddenly is on for an ace. Trailblazer not going to find much. Don't believe he saw anything there from Suka, but as he pushes forward, he manages to get the headshot, and Nats may just be able to finish this one right here, all on his lonesome. Vera, a showstopper in hand. Nats on the hunt. They have an idea of where he is. Looks like the answer is kind of yes. Mystic rushing forward, bounces back. How badly do they want to hand over this ace is the question. Well, there you have it. Enough to sacrifice the IGL. Nats will get his 5th as Liquid will get their 2-0.
Yeah, very impressive attackers half for Team Liquid. Near flawless. Just the one round that Fancy United is able to scrape together, and we had hope, Achilles, like that first half looked so good for Fancy United. It's like, okay, they're starting to get it together, starting to put the pieces together, but Team Liquid, so strong in so many different aspects, top to bottom. What can you say? They're just...
When Emil's having fun, you know you done goofed.
Oh. And when Nats puts up score lines like he did on that map, it's just...
Yeah. Nasty stuff. Barely unkillable there for Team Liquid. So very consistent. But hey, credit where it's due. Fancy United, some great ideas. The execution might not have always come together in those rounds, but we saw what they were attempting to do. It's oftentimes getting outgunned. And it is unfortunate because they are playing without their full 5-man core. The coach is subbing in. This time they do not receive that coach buff.
Right. Yeah, again, you see the ideas, you see the flashes of brilliance from Fancy. It's just Team Liquid's just really, really dialed in. And Emil's already got this team so strong, so focused. A lot of great coordination plays. I love what we're seeing from Mystic on this Omen, on both Lotus here and on Split. He's all over the place. He's really hard to keep track of, and that's really impressive. That's difficult to do because Omen is kind of a big, he's been around since the very beginning of the game. So a lot of people kind of understand how and what he does, but when you're able to bamboozle players like he did today, that is so impressive.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, in the past, seeing him when he was back on Fnatic, right, I didn't get to watch too much of the Apex run, just the grand final where they unfortunately fell short of the mark. This is the most impressive that I've ever seen Mystic look. It looks like he is just so at home. The comm system in place right now with Team Liquid seems to be very clean. Enzo's shot calling and the adjustments seem to be excellent. I mean, we only need to see Emil get involved once, basically. So really excellence on display from Team Liquid throughout this map, and just fairly dominant across the board. 12 first kills compared to 7, not losing a single post plant.
Yeah, and again, it's just got to give the players credit, you got to give the coaching credit. The preparation here was really good. So many times I just would watch these rounds, and the only thing I could think was, well, they knew what Fancy United was doing before they knew what they were doing. It was very clean. It was the way that they'd spray the smokes, anticipating the timing and the pressure of when Fancy United wanted to do certain things based on how they were setting up their smokes and those. It was clear that they had a really good read on the tendencies of Fancy United. So that's that's credit to the coaching staff.
Yeah, and 25-9 there from Nats. As you were talking about the stats on that final map, just fantastic from him. Unkillable, constantly lurking, constantly coming from unexpected angles, and just doing what he does best when he gets on that Viper. The man has not missed a beat. He is still somebody who very much needs to be respected, and I think he's somebody that we're going to be hearing from in just a little bit in an interview. So excited to hear what he has to say about being in Korea, being a part of this tournament, as well as maybe some thoughts on that Apex core joining in the team. And it looks like the interview is ready, so we'll throw it down to Jen.
아프리카TV 발로란트 리그 2일차 첫 번째 경기 팀 리퀴드가 2대0으로 깔끔한 승리를 가져가게 됐습니다. 리퀴드의 나츠 선수 만나보도록 할게요. 승리 축하드립니다. Congratulations, Nats.
Thank you.
오늘 정말 2대0으로 가뿐히 승리를 가져가게 됐습니다. 스플릿에서 약간 좀 삐그덕하는 모습이 잠시 있었지만 그래도 오늘 기분 좋은 승리를 가져갈 수 있었는데요. 오늘 팬시 상대했던 경기 좀 어떻게 느끼고 있는지부터 물어보도록 할게요. Now,